welcome to the Teaching Corner. Today we're going to talk about level 3 of the Orton-Gillingham sequence. This is the most advanced part of the Orton-Gillingham sequence prior to going to morphology. So the first sound that we're going to have is shun. We just in our last video taught them shun is T-I-O-N. Now they're going to learn that shun is also S-I-O-N, and it makes the word a noun. Then we're going to talk about S-U-R-E is sure, and it is a stable noun ending. And then we have W-A-R, which says war, and W-O-R, like worm. Now, again, in our last video, I talked about how we're talking about different codes. This is an excellent time for you to look on YouTube and find a video on the origins of the English language to share with your class. I'm not going to link a particular one down below because I think it depends on your class's age to determine which one is the best one. But English came from lots of different languages, so it's really important for your students at this point to understand that we have Anglo-Saxon, and it's a Germanic language. So we've got things from Greek and Latin and French, and all of this is combined, and some of those words that were kept from those different languages kept the spelling, so it alters how we spell particular things. So this first part is part of the Anglo-Saxon Code, and it's W-R, or two-letter R, and we teach students that it means to twist. W-R means to twist. So words like ring or wrist, when you wring out a towel, you twist it, or you can twist your wrist. Another part of the Anglo-Saxon Code is K-N, and I do tell students, we used to say knight, knee, and over time we've dropped that K sound, so now we say it as two-letter N, used only at the beginning of words. Now this is two-letter N, but it can be used at the beginning or at the end of a word, so say two-letter N at the beginning or end. This is also part of the Anglo-Saxon Code, and it is the silent B sound. We don't say the B sound, we just say the M sound, so it's two-letter M. Then now we have two-letter G, as in ghost, and this is also part of the Anglo-Saxon Code. This is part of the Latin code, so now we move from Anglo-Saxon to Latin, and it's two-letter S as in science. Now before we had MB in the Anglo-Saxon Code, now we have MN in the Latin code, so this is two-letter M in the Latin code. Now we move to the Greek code, so this is two-letter R in the Greek code, as in rhyme. And this, now we're going to teach the Greek Y. So it can say I as in Jim, or it can say I as in type. So now when you hold up the letter Y, students should be able to tell you ya, I, E, because they've learned 4 sounds, and that's the order that they are most commonly said in the English language. So ya, I, E. In our last sequence, we learned that CH says K. Now we learn that in the French code, CH makes the sh sound, as in chef. So we've learned ch, k, and now sh. So I do a choo-choo train arm, and I do ch, k, sh, ch, k, sh. Now in the French code, Q-U-E says K, like in antique. And in the French code, G-U-E says G, like in rogue. And in our last video, we talked about the common spellings for A, and we said a game on a rainy day. Now we're going to add the uncommon spellings with 8 reindeer who won't obey isn't great. And we learned that the common E sentence was he feeds meat to baby Pete, and now we're going to add in a field with weird monkeys. The common I sentence was I like the night sky, and now we add and ties with style. The common O sentence was go home in a boat slowly, but now we're going to change slowly to go home in a boat and show a shoulder and a toe. And now we have the long oo spellings, and this is the groom threw a tuba at a rude toucan in a blue suit, said the sleuth. And then the common U spelling is a human and a mule wanted to rescue a few feudal lords. Now we're going to come to a few suffixes. We've learned several suffixes in the last sequence, and now we're going to add to them. So again, a suffix is an affix or something that is added to a word. It comes at the end, and it can add meaning and tells part of speech. So suffix ment is a stable noun ending. Suffix ness, like in the word weakness, is also a stable noun ending. Suffix hood is a stable noun ending, like in neighborhood. And suffix able means able to, and we say able as in can, so both of your wrists go down for yes. So able means able to. And it makes the word an adjective, so adj for adjective. Then suffix word is an adverb, adv, and it means in the direction of or toward. So if you go westward, you're going in the direction of west, or eastward in the direction of east, or homeward in the direction of home. And then suffix ist is a person who, and it is refers to a noun, like a columnist is a person who writes a column. So that's level 3 of the Orton-Gillingham sequence. I hope that was helpful. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye!